Hello 7th grade ELA student. This is Ms. Tolman helping out Ms. Blair with her videos. We are in Unit 5. We are on our Lesson 8. We were talking about reading and understanding procedural texts. Now is a good time to go ahead and you have your notebook handy and ready to go so that if you do have questions, you can write them down as well as taking notes as you listen to the video. It's very helpful. We have one piece of vocabulary today. It is graphics, pictures that help the reader understand the text. Examples include illustrations, photographs, diagrams, charts, graphs, tables, and maps. So far in this unit, you've learned about literary nonfiction and expository texts. Another type of nonfiction text is a procedural text. As you learned in Lesson 1, procedural writing includes texts that have the purpose of guiding the reader through a process. A procedural text tells the reader how to do or make something. For example, if you've ever put together an object, such as a model or a piece of furniture or equipment, by following a list of instructions, you have read a procedural text. Other examples of procedural text include cookbooks, video game manuals, directions for science experiments, online tutorials, and how-to books. You can probably think of other examples as well. Here are some characteristics of a procedural text. It has a title that lists the goal or aim, which is how to make a paper airplane. Includes a list of materials needed for the procedure. Includes a list of numbered steps to explain the method. Includes specific measurements, example, 4-inch square sheet of paper, 3/4 cup of sugar, those kind of things. Explanations using specific details and command verbs. Whisk the ingredients together, fold the paper in half, and make a crease. Often, a procedural text will use graphics to visually explain the process. Graphics are pictures that help the reader understand the steps of the process. Graphics include illustrations, photographs, diagrams, charts, graphs, tables, and maps. When reading a procedural text, make sure you read the graphics as well, as often these gives a visual representation of the process. Yes, looking at the pictures does count as reading. Now you will practice reading a procedural text and follow the directions. For this project, read the directions carefully and study the graphics for an additional explanation. If you get stuck, you may need to backtrack a few steps to try again. So they are talking to you about how to make a paper throwing star. The materials you need are 2 square sheets of paper, preferably different colors. Cut the sheets into squares as needed, no smaller than 4-inch squares. Here's a note. For the 2 papers used in this process, the paper on the left will be referred to as paper 1, and the paper on the right will be referred to as paper 2. So you're going to lay both sheets of paper next to each other, paper 1 on the left and paper 2 on the right. Okay? Fold sheets of paper in half, crease and unfold. And they want you to fold it this way and then unfold it. You should have the fold down the center line of each paper. Now fold the ends of each paper to meet the center fold. So you fold them to the center and then they fold together. Fold each paper in half vertically. Each paper should be long and thin. Then you fold each paper in half horizontally. Crease and unfold. Place the folded papers next to each other vertically. Paper 1. Fold the top right corner of the paper down to meet the opposite edge of the paper. To make this little here. The top of the paper should look like a triangle. So you got your triangle right here. Fold the bottom left corner to meet the opposite edge. So you just do the same thing on the other side of the paper. Now number 7. Paper 2. Fold the top left corner of the paper to meet the opposite side. And then paper 2, fold the bottom right corner to meet the opposite edge of the paper. Your folded paper should look like the image shown. So your first one should look like this, and your second one should look like this. Number 9, fold the top half diagonally down to the right to meet the center of the paper. Fold the bottom half diagonally up to the left to meet the center. They took this, and they went, and they folded it down to make a triangle here. Took this one and they folded it this way, to the left. Paper 2. Fold the top half diagonally down to the left to meet the center of the paper. Fold the bottom half diagonally up to meet the center. Do you? That way. Kind of have opposites here. Number 11. Flip paper 1 over. Number 12. Place paper 2 on top of the paper so that it looks like an X shape. Fold the top triangle of the paper 1 down and fit the tip under the flap of paper 2. Number 14. Fold the bottom triangle of paper up and fit the tip under the flap of paper 2. 15. Flip the paper over and start over. Flip the paper star over. Reading is important. Fold the pointed edge of the paper 2 in towards the center of the paper 1 and tuck the tips in the center fold of the paper 1. The tips should be fit tightly under the fold. Can I just fold over? Your star should look like the completed one in the picture. And enjoy. Just don't throw them at people or other living things. Not a good idea. All right, and then we have questions that go with what we just read through. So we're good. And they're just asking you questions about the procedure, what made it harder to go, what made it easier, all that. And that's your lesson 8. Nice, quick, and easy, and you get to make a throwing star. All kinds of fun, right? Hope you're doing well. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.